Go live. And yay! There we are. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hello. All right. So we're going to let everyone meet Ty really quickly. Hi. Because he'll probably disappear into the bedroom with Peter.
Say hi.
Hi. Say hello. Yes, there he is. And I'm sure he'll be in a lot of my videos now. Yes. Because usually he's sitting with me, but he's had a long day and he's had a walk and he's had playtime and
went to the park.
Yes. All right. So hello. Hi, everyone.
Want to go to bed with Daddy?
You can go.
Come on, buddy.
You can go to bed. Go ahead. You can go to bed?
I'm going to bed.
Maybe. All right. Anyway, there you go. All right. So hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. Oh, I got to get rid of Facebook. Because. There. Okay. So hi. Hello, my admins. Happy New Year almost.
Hello.
Right? Can you believe that? Oh, I can't
believe we have gone through 2020 and now gone through 2021 almost. And we are here. That's kind of crazy. But we are. And so this is like kind of our present to all of you is that we're going to do some readings tonight. Yay! Which is good. We haven't done admin readings in quite a while.
I think it's been over a year.
Really? Has it been over a year?
I think so. Or at least it's been close to a year because I don't remember the last time we actually did one.
Wow.
Did we ever do an admin reading while I was up there with you? I don't think so. Way before that, yeah. So then it's almost a year.
Yeah. Wow. It has been a long time. It's crazy. But the good thing is that, we made it through and it's been quite a year for everyone. And there's a lot of, I don't think a lot of bad necessarily, just a lot of arcs. Like I see a lot of ups and downs and all
like struggles, right? A lot of struggles and a continuous. It's like the wheel, and it just keeps going and back and up
and going again and again and again. Yes. So hello, everyone. Christiana and Michelle, Brandon. Hello, and Claire, Emma, Michael, Moonraven. Wow, we got a lot on here. Hi, guys, and Doug, Kay, and whoever else I forgot. Hello. So, we decided, here's the thing. It's easier. We were going to, we talked about doing a list maybe, but I think it's easier for us anyways, just to kind of give you all a chance while you're around. When we're done with one reading, we'll say okay, the first person. Oh, can we see emojis on this? Hopefully.
Yeah, I see Emma the Grey posted the wheel in a medieval dungeon. She added a red wheel at the end of that comment. So at least on my end, I can see it. All
right. So it used to be, I don't know if you remember this, but I did I don't know, your favorite vehicle emoji or we'll announce what emoji we want to see. And then the first one that either coming up or puts, oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. The first one that we see, then that person will get the next reading. That way, we don't get too far behind because sometimes it's really hard. If we're way behind, then you got to wait for is that person still here? If it was an hour ago, they got put on the list or whatever, that makes it a little bit easier. And that way we don't have to try to keep a list and that kind of thing too. I figured we are all going to pull one card. In my case, I usually pull two because I pull an oracle too, but it's just a quickie card at the end, hopefully. Do we want to introduce ourselves and what deck or decks we're going to use?
Okay. Hi, I'm Hexen. I will be using the Tarot of the She because it is one of my favorite decks. And my favorite version of the Rider-Waite, which has these really crazy colors. It's almost like...
Oh, that's like the kind of hoi polloi one. Is that one?
No, this is actually I got this off of Amazon. It is by Adam Fronteras, and it's just called the Tarot. This was in Spain in the 90s. It came out in Spain in the 90s, but it's like a recolored version of the Rider-Waite, and it's like my favorite kind of. Look at the Justice.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Different colors. Awesome. So that's what Texan's using.
So I'm Danny or Pookie, and I'm going to use the animal spirit cards.
Ooh, yeah, I like those.
And then I have 2 oracle decks. I have a dragon oracle deck.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I also have a new one I bought. Let's see. I have the box here. It's called Sacred Spirit Oracle. And this one happens to be called Illuminate the Shadows.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow,
I like that.
Card.
And then if I feel like I need it, I also brought out my Crystal Messages deck.
Ooh, I like
this
that
one. Happens to be Peter Site.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Steven?
Yes, I'm Steven, of course, and the deck I'm using is the one that I'm using in my daily draws at the moment, and that's the Star Tarot.
Yeah, I love that deck. I want to trim it. Like you trimmed it, right, Steven?
No, I got the second edition that was borderless.
Ah, that's what I need to do because I love that deck, but I don't use it because the hands or the cards are like bigger than my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tarot of the She I had to trim down because I left the top and bottom border with the black, but it had that black border all around, and the cards were just too thick to manage. So I trimmed this. I took the side borders off. It's more comfortable for me to fit it around my hand.
Yeah. All right, and I'm Jen. Hi. And I wanted to use the winter weight because I don't think I'll be able to use it much longer. I mean a little bit, but it's very Christmassy. So I thought I'll use it for the holidays, and I'll use it for this reading because it's very Rider-Waite, but it's, with lots of snow and kind of Santa Claus and that kind of thing. So I used the winter weight, and then I got out the Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Which is one of my favorites. I have 2 favorites. I have the other favorite out here too, which is the Anaturian one.
Echoes, Oracle of Echoes.
Oracle of Echoes, yeah. I have that one out here too. And then when Pookie was saying something about the crystals, I, for some reason, felt the need to pull out my favorite crystal deck too, in case I need anything that has to do with crystals. So I have that too. But I'm not going to pull from all of them. I just will pull from 1 or maybe 2.
Did you see that Anna's doing 2 more decks this upcoming year?
Yes.
One of them is like the Arthurian. I think it's like a Arthur's Avalon, like Mist of Avalon type thing, and then the other one is the Tarot of Echoes, which looks.
I know. So I can't wait for that one. She's pretty much done with that one, I think. Now we're just gonna wait and see. It depends on how long it takes them, because that'll be a mass market deck from US Games too. So we had to wait a long time for Tarot of the Abyss. So it's probably gonna be another year before we see it. But so there we are. We didn't really talk about this ahead of time. Maybe we should have, but I really, as far as questions go, I think we should just ask Spirit to show us a glimpse into their new year, since it's the New Year readings. I don't want to take a whole lot of individual questions and stuff. I think we should just do, okay, this is what your New Year reading is.
Cool.
Sound good? All right, so let's start it off with the first emoji to signify the coming of a new year. We'll get the first reading. Dun, 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 dun. Do we have more of a delay when we use StreamYard? Probably.
Sometimes.
Christiana Vance, I see you first.
Yep.
All right, so Christiana Vance, you are first. And I, of course, have my blue fluorite, which you can't really tell, but oh my gosh, it's such a pretty blue fluorite. So somebody else go first. I'm going to connect. Go ahead.
All right, I'll start real quick. And I got the 8 of Cups, which talks about, this is one of the reasons why I love this version of the Rider-Waite, the purple sky. This talks about walking away from a situation, right, that no longer serves you, or different situations, right? I see the cups as each of them being maybe a different situation. And these cups, you see them that they're not spilt over or anything. They're perfectly fine cups. But sometimes it is better for us to walk away from a situation that no longer serves us. So this is talking about having to get the courage, right, to sometimes walk away from something that might be perfectly fine, but we need that change. And so taking that step forward into leaving the past behind you.
Perfect. Hi, Dana, by the way.
Hi.
Who wants to go next?
I can go. The card I pulled is called Lights Code. And it talks about traveling awaits you. But it's not the type of travel you would actually think, like a destination or anything. It's actually your inner self. And kind of connecting with your higher being and going through that journey of going from one transformation to another, kind of like a butterfly. It has a shadow aspect of itself, which is headstrong, over imaginative, and opinionated. It is connected with the Lemurian seed crystal, which I have no idea what that looks like. And its affirmation is, I awaken the dormant light within me. I am radiant.
Oh, it's beautiful. That is a beautiful deck.
It is. I actually went through it, and yeah, it's very powerful.
Steven?
So, when you've done the 8 of Cups and walked and moved on from a situation, and you've done that inner journeying, you will be inspired by the 8 of Wands and have a new vision for the next step in your life, a spark, a inspiration, some new sense of purpose for you to work towards. That it's going to be a new passion, a new desire that's going to be birthed in you through that inner journey that you're going through. And in the coming year, you'll begin to see the potential of that and begin to work towards unfolding that potential as you move through the year. And you'll be working towards something new, a new beginning for you.
I love that. Christiana, first of all, when I connected, I want you to know that I saw a bluebird not a blue jay, but specifically a bluebird, like what comes around in the spring a lot, which talks about new beginnings and new opportunities, which then makes a whole lot of sense because I pulled the Page of Cups, which talks about new opportunities for love, relationships, partnerships, emotional opportunities that can come forward and give you something new that you haven't had before. And that could be relationships, it could be partnerships, it could be friendships, it could be a new kind of relationship with yourself too. So new emotional opportunities. The oracle card that goes along with it is confidence. So have the confidence to step forward and know that you are ready for this new opportunity for emotional growth. It's really what I'm getting from that. So happy New Year. Yay. Hope that helped you. And let's see. The next one, I'm like already out of ideas and I've only done one. Let's do the emoji that says I'm so lost today. Love. Let's do the emoji that says love to you. And Corey, I would say it was you, but it doesn't count because you were too early. Moonraven. Moonraven. You are up first. So I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. So whoever is ready first can go right ahead. Moonraven, I need your real first name. It's hard for me to connect with just Facebook name.
All right, I can go. Page of Pentacles.
Nice.
For me, the Page of Pentacles speaks about opportunities, right? And usually it represents like a younger person, or not a younger person per se, but a young-minded person. But definitely someone that knows what they want. Someone talented and creative, for sure. So this to me represents success, even if it's the beginning of a success, or almost like when you are just starting to seed the ground before even a plant growing or anything like that. You have to plant your seed. So this to me is about definitely planting your seeds in order to have that fruition come in the future.
So the one that I picked was the crystal message.
Sorry, hold on 1 second. Dana, I love you and happy birthday, sweetheart. I will text you after we're done.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Dana.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. So I picked the crystal message deck, and this is rhodochrosite. So it means inner child on this deck. And it says that it derives its name from the Greek word of red rose, or rose red, the color for love. The layers of white, gray, and black speckles resemble layers of sediment buried deep within. It is the crystal for retrieving and releasing old childhood wounds to heal the inner child. Rhodochrosite invokes a soothing, comfortable energy to the heart chakra and promotes forgiveness and self-love. The affirmation is, I embrace my past, knowing that it has made me the person I am today. So pretty much letting go of those old wounds with the end of shadow work happening, and then going forward on your path.
Love that. Steven, what you got?
I've got the Knight of Swords. So to me, there's going to be some action coming, acting upon ideas, plans that perhaps you've been thinking about, and wondering whether or not when it's the time to put them into action. Well, I think next year you're going to be putting a lot of decisions and plans into action and moving forward with them quite quickly. I feel, and this is the time for you. This is the time for you to be doing something that you've been perhaps thinking about doing, and it's not the time to be putting it off any longer. It's the time to act in the coming year. So move forward, charge forward with courage, with confidence, and with your sense of purpose and focus in your mind, and don't be swayed from the path you're going to take.
Perfect. Love it. All right. So Moonraven, when I connected, like immediately, the thing at the door for you was a goat, which is both stubbornness and playfulness. So it really is about standing your ground, not giving up, when you think that you're kind of at the end of your rope and stuff, to have that stubbornness to stand up and say, no, you know what, this is obstinance. I have to move forward. I have to keep going. I have to say what I need to say. I need to stand up for what I believe in, which then makes a lot of sense with your card for the new year is the Emperor. The Emperor really talks about structure and all the things that I hate, but stability, like a lot more. You have to look out for some stability. Make sure that whatever you do this year, that kind of you put it into a structure that will work for you. It needs to have some kind of boundary to it in order to move forward and really succeed. And be at peace. Even if it doesn't work out perfectly, know that whatever happens is supposed to happen, that that situation, that direction is supposed to be there. It's about really taking what happens and what comes and being able to flow with whatever it is that's coming. All right. I hope that helps, honey. And thank you. Somebody else picking an emoji because my brain is not, it's not going there. Nobody.
Your favorite water elemental emoji.
Perfect. The next reading is your favorite water. Hi, Holly. Your favorite water elemental. Hi, Kay. Hi. Anybody else I missed? Hello. Ooh, it goes so fast. Crimson Moon?
Yep, it looks like that.
Crimson Moon, you are first. I need your real first name, though, which I have a feeling I should know. But I can't remember right off the bat. So your New Year's reading.
Ooh, the Chariot.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
So the Chariot speaks about going head on, right? For the things that you want in this upcoming year. Going, if you see this fey creature, she is riding this beautiful Pegasus, and she's outstretched her arms. Just behind her, we see almost like an eclipsed sun. So that crazy energy, she's leaving behind some type of darkness, right? And she's just willing to receive whatever's coming at her anew with her arms wide open.
Like it. I love that Chariot card too. It's just gorgeous.
So the card I picked was the Dragon card, and this one is the Water Dragon, and it says helps you flow easily around obstacles. And it talks about helping develop like your psychic powers and your intuition. And the message of it is that it's bringing you to flow around your challenges with loving intent And if you ask them, they will help you look for an easy way to circumvent your challenges and deal with people lovingly.
Love that.
I have the Eight of Swords, and I feel that what this card is saying is that the restrictions that you have that are holding you back are the ones, the thoughts in your mind that are pinning you down. They're all aimed at, there's your heart there. And these thoughts are holding that in. And what I feel this card is saying, it's time to change the way you think about yourself and your situation, to change your perspective into a more positive one. And then you'll be able to rise above those senses of restriction like an eagle and soar above them. You'll have that freedom to move and to go wherever you want and do whatever you want to do. But you have to deal with these restrictive thoughts that that in your mind, that are the only obstacles that for you to overcome are the ones that you're allowing and placing upon yourself. Throw those off and you can soar high like that eagle.
That's good. Oh, I like that one. Okay, just so you know, my cards are from the Winter Weight deck and then the Earthly Souls and Spirits deck. It's the Oracle deck. Okay, so first of all, when I connected to your Nematon, the thing that opened the door was a unicorn, which is unusual, but it's all about bringing magic into your life and imagination and myth, and like true magic is searching it out, things that you haven't searched out before. Believing in the impossible sometimes. So that's what your spirit guides want you to know from that. The first card is another major arcana, is the Hermit card. And the Hermit card in this case, I really feel like wants you to take some from your own make sure you're working on your own inner intuition. Make sure you're taking some time to kind of not worry about the rest of the world and worry about what is good for you. What spiritually do you need to focus on? What do you want to get out of this year personally in your spiritual journey? Because it's time to really focus on your own journey and figure out exactly what direction you're taking that. The card that goes along with it in Earthly Souls and Spirits is Positivity. I love this one. So again, it's your own spiritual journey. So don't worry about what everybody else is saying. Take off those chains of logic and of, this is all that's possible for me, and know that you can go in any direction you want, especially with the unicorn at your door. That means really to think outside the box and be magical and look at things through, magical eyes and do things a little bit differently this year. So that's good. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Bubba. Would you come up, please, and say hello to everyone?
No,
come.
sure to say hello.
I know. Well, I'm saying hello. All right. So there he is. This is Ty. Yes, this is Ty. He's our new buddy. My little beast master. Yeah. Don't tell me you're camera shy. Oh,
No,
you're
no,
getting.
no. He's getting a toy.
You got a toy.
Uh-oh.
Okay. No, he's a boy, and yes. Yes.
All right, let me win.
You're in trouble if you're camera shy in this family, buddy.
I get him to jump. I gotta win first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see it.
Get it.
He's not gonna let me win.
No, he's not going to let you win. You have to try to get it yourself. Ha ha. He's massive. My little tank. He's so good. All right. So I love you, Bubba.
Now we can get him to jump.
Yeah. He's too strong. Yeah. All right. So the next reading is gonna go to, I know I hate to do it the first this because I know surrounded by wise. I know I am. Yes, Courtney, come over anytime. He's super good. Like he looks really vicious at the door because he's looking at you, but he's such a
wagging his
baby.
tail
He's
and wants to play.
totally good. I'm trying to think of how to do it fair. I should get my dice out, but I don't want to get my 20-sided dice out. Like, forget it. But people who have a delay are having a hard time getting through too. How about we do like the 10th all the time? We'll do the 10th one all the time. So that way it's not the first one all the time. Oh, there you go, Hexen. I like it. 6. Okay. So it'll be the roll the dice and we'll say that number emoji of
6.
the 6.
Sixth person to give Mama's favorite emoji.
Oh, I
You
love
should
this
know
one.
it. Hi, Chelsea. Mama's favorite emoji. Now that it's been long enough, I'll give you a hint.
I gave Mama that emoji earlier today.
I do that emoji at least once a day.
That was hilarious.
Oh, everybody thinks it's a squirrel. Oh, you're so cute to think that I'm that good. Not. Nope. I love the gorilla, though. That's cool. Squirrel. Everybody thinks it's a squirrel. Oh, see, wait. Michelle said the middle finger and I don't have it. That's okay. You're the first one to say it, Michelle. So you're next. Good for you for knowing it.
Oh. The Warrior of Fire. So the warrior suit in this deck is the Wands. And this is the Ace of Wands.
Ooh.
This speaks about creativity, passion, going head first with what you want to do and the decision you're about to make, and making that decision with, responsibly, but also, making sure that the decision you're about to make is the decision that you want to make. You see him, it's an exploding volcano, right? And this creature is literally, what I see is he came out of the volcano flames. When this volcano has erupted, he was that first part of the eruption, right? And he's just ready to go head on first out into the world to make his passions come true.
And I promise, guys, next time I'll follow my own rule. I said the 6th one, and then I was like, oh, she's the first one. Sorry. I should have probably said squirrel because that's my brain, but yeah, Okay.
So the card I picked was the Secret Temptation card, which talks about being led astray. So it talks about avoiding risk-taking at this time because things that you do can cause issues, especially if it's with a job or a career that you're looking for, or like any major decisions like moving. Ultimately, the temptation to be bad or let loose is having a negative effect on yourself and the people around you. So you want to make sure you're making good choices. The shadow aspect of this is lack of impulse control, addiction, and deception. The crystal associated is the fire agate. And the affirmation is, I continue to make positive choices. I free my emotional burden.
Gorgeous card. I have to find that deck.
Those are powerful.
Yeah, those are pretty.
I have the Empress. So I feel that it's going to be a year of abundance, creativity. Take all that's just been said into mind, but allow your creativity to flow. Even experiment with it, and enjoy the creative process. For a time, just get into that creative energy. Don't worry too much about what it is you're creating, about the end result. I feel that, at least to begin with, it's the process of the creating that's going to be more beneficial to you than whatever the end result's going to be. I'm not saying that the end result isn't important, and I think it will become important in the end. But initially, at least, it's more the process of developing that creativity, and getting to know the process and getting to know the nature of your own creative spirit, and how it flows, and enjoy it as well. It should be enjoyable to you. It should be something that you enjoy doing. So get to know what that is. Try a few things if you're not quite sure what that is. If you've got a few things in mind, that you've not tried yet, but you perhaps want to have a go at, do it and see how your creative inspiration begins to flow. And as I say, don't worry about the end result first and foremost just yet. Just concentrate on the process and getting that flowing.
Love that. Love that. So first of all, it's funny. Sometimes I don't see an animal or a person necessarily. In this case, it's literally a roaring fire at your door, which is about creativity and spirit and, finding your reason for being, which tells me that your spirit guides really want you to figure out what that is for you. What is your creative spirit? Where is it that you can see, holy cow. I started having a hot flash when it opened. You can tell though, it's very much about finding that it for you, which goes along with, again, this is the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles really talks about persevering until you get to the completion, that you're nearing the place where you have like a mastery of something, but keep at it. You have to persevere to get through this mundane stuff sometimes to get to the point where you're the creative master. You have, the it thing that you need to go forward in whatever focus that you're trying to get through. Remember though that with that creativeness, you should be enchanted by whatever you're doing. And if you're not, then take a look at what it is that you're doing. Make sure you understand that this actually fulfills you. This is your it. Make sure that you're enchanted by it. Because if not, there's, don't waste a lot. Life is short. Don't waste a whole lot of that time spinning wheels that aren't taking you where you want to go. Yay! Hello, everyone that came in. Krista and Jay and Sonia. Hi. All right.
So do we want to try this again?
Yeah, let's try this again. And I will try really hard not to squirrel out and say a different number and just do the first one that comes up. So
One.
the number will be 1.
One.
Well, then that's good. At least I won't squirrel out. The first one to have the emoji of your favorite form of transportation.
Oh, that's a good one.
Krista? Holly Fearby.
And Mom, I
Lazy.
think this will be the last one that I do for right now. I might pop back in.
Okay, no problem, honey. All right, so Holly Fearby, who's a local girl for us. I love Holly.
All right. I have the Two of Wands for Holly. And this says power awakes. So it's very much about that opening up, right, to your talents. And really, this Two of Wands actually reminds me a lot of like the Magician, but I see it more as a young magician, like the magician when he's first starting. Learning to hone his powers. You see his powers flying around him, creating these two dragons, right? And this is that crave that we have when we're like beginning our craft, right? And we have that crave and that hunger to learn and all of that. That's what this reminds me of. And that is the Two of Wands.
Love that.
The card I got was Energy Signature, and it talks about the past is in the present. So what this means is that everything is created by energy. So no matter what, the air we breathe, the elements, emotions, sounds, animals, peoples, and thoughts are all energy. And that this is how we process through life. And we often might find ourselves saying, I've felt this before. It's pretty much kind of like saying that history repeats itself. It's because it's all within that energy field. And unless we correct it, then we're not going to be able to really do that. So with this upcoming year, it's something that you would want to focus on is just being able to try recognize some things that may be coming from your past and working on in the future. Some of the shadow aspects are fear-mongering, secrecy, and an escapist. It is connected with blue lace agate. And the affirmation is, I remove the illusion that hides the truth. The answer is before me.
Nice. Those cards are beautiful.
Yeah, I'm going to need a link to that deck.
I will send it to you guys from Amazon.
I have the deck. I just have to find it because I don't think I probably opened the box when I got it, but I don't remember. I know I haven't used it.
It is insane.
All right, I'm going to pop off, you guys. I will talk to you in a bit.
Love you, Poop.
Bye.
Love you too, you guys.
So I have the High Priestess, which sort of ties in with that. It's about following your intuition, delving deep, going beyond the veil, to see what's beyond the surface. Danny mentioned some of that. We see there the web there, the web of connection that Jen always tells us about, and the importance of it, connecting with yourself, with others, with the universe, with whatever your spiritual path and the knowledge that lies there. It's getting an awareness of who you are and your inner self, your deepest self, and following that and trusting in who you are as well, that you can follow your intuition, that inner voice that maybe just whispers to you, and you can learn to hear that whisper more clearly as the more you connect. And that's going to help you in what lies ahead. That you know what's right for you if you follow that inner voice, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter what other people are saying, if you're true to yourself and listen to who you are and what your inner voice is saying, then you'll be on the right path.
One of my favorite. I know I always say that, but really, High Priestess cards, that's one of my favorites because it's the web and I love that one. Love it. Yes. Okay. So first of all, Holly, when I connected, the animal that is at your door is a tiger. Specifically, I think they're called Bengal. It's the orange and black one specifically, which is funny because I just like now was looking at the fact that 2021 or 2022 is the year of the tiger. So that has something to do with like this is kind of your year. Be fierce, be ferocious. Your spirit guides want you to know that you need to really barrel through and not be afraid to try things out, to find your purpose, to find what it is that you want to be doing and really go for it, because this is the year for you to do that. In order to accomplish that, Temperance. We're getting a lot of major arcana cards. So this is such a cute temperance card. Temperance is all about the balance, finding the balance between work and home, finding the balance between you time and family time, especially when you have a big family like you do, like I did. It's hard sometimes to be able to focus on what we want to focus on when we have all our kids are around and you have all that stuff that goes on a daily basis. Find some balance in it, though. Be able to find the balance that you need, whether that means you need to hire a babysitter one night every other week or one night a month to say, this is my night to do my stuff. Or, start a babysitting co-op thing where you watch the kids one night a month and then somebody else watches all the kids one night a month, with other moms. Do something so you can find enough balance to get in the work that you want to be doing on your spirit, on yourself. And do everything in love. This will be a year of love for you. Love, love, love. Love what you're doing. Love who you're with. Love your family. Love the things that you're focused on. Really, do it all in love. Drink up. She said favorite. Yes, I did. I said it again. My favorite card. I know, but it really is. It's such a good High Priestess card. So good. So I hope that helped. All right. Hexen, roll the dice. What do we got?
2.
So the second emoji that shows what kind of face you want to have in the new year. We'll do that. Say this reading brings tears and goes hand in hand with the Yule reading. I wish I remembered the Yule reading, Holly. I really don't. I'll tell you all the time that I don't remember. So the second one is Brandon Roberts. To tell you that once I'm done with a reading, usually it leaves my brain. And I do think that's because I connect with your spirit guides. I'm not really doing the reading. They give me what they want to say. So once it's gone, it's gone. I don't remember it at all. But I'm sure it was good.
Ooh. The Lovers.
Ooh.
The Lovers talks about a partnership, right? And the Lovers can mean different things. It can mean actual physical love, having a partner. It can mean self-love and self-worth. It can mean a partnership, just strictly like business related. But in this Lovers, to me, it's like that balance of light and dark. We have this pit, right? This fire pit, which is where us magic people gather. We gather in a fire circle, right? And so we have a cloaked person, and then we have a person that's wearing a red cloak and one that we don't see their face, right? So and then we have a white bird and a black bird. So that gives me that mysteries, the mysteries, the light and the dark, and how do we find the balance within and in between. So this is very much about a liminal space, right? That in-between state where we meet in harmony.
And high out of the the 10 of Cups. So that's all about the emotional fulfillment and happiness, the the happy home, the family, positive times ahead. Whenever you see the rainbow, and it's in several of these cards, but the 10 of Cups tends to have that in most and in a lot of decks, particularly the traditional Rider-Waite, and that to me it's that promise of happiness, joy, fulfillment, and that harmony that Hexam was talking about. So there's some kind of emotional, something good coming on an emotional level, either in a relationship or in your home situation. There are good times ahead. There's going to be a sense of things have finally come together, and that you've been wanting, that you've been yearning for, working towards, and I feel that it will come together, and you'll see that come to fruition.
Beautiful. It's funny, like literally, and I'm not kidding. I was going to interrupt, but I thought, no, I'm not going to interrupt. When I connected, I saw an egret, and I thought, I don't really know what an egret stands for. So I went to look it up because I happen to have my phone. And as I'm looking it up, Hexam was saying these exact words. Hold on. Yeah, you're never going to be able to see this, are you? Being at peace with oneself and the world. So literally, as I'm looking it up, that's what it says, and he's saying it as I'm looking at it. So I just want you to know that was pretty good. Like, this is going to be the year for you to learn how to be at peace with yourself, how to be at peace with the things that are happening, how to be at peace with the things that are around you, how to learn to be at peace with what you have and what is there for you. And the card that I got then is totally different from that, which tells me something else, and I'll tell you in a second. So this is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very much not that guy. He's not at peace with the things that are around him. He's more the ambitious, successful, wealthy, that kind of thing. So look for, because that's not what we've all been talking about, look for this person. This person is the person you're going to find this year to help you to get to that point. That doesn't mean, romantically, but there's a person that is mature and maybe not, and wealthy, don't forget, it doesn't always mean material, but wealthy in life, wealthy in knowledge, wealthy in knowing, how to navigate things. And so this person is going to be the person to help you get to that peace within, that understanding of who you are and where you're going and how you need to get there. That person for you is coming this year. And the way you'll find him, again, this is very opposite kind of things, is again, the Enchanted card. So it's going to be very much out of nowhere. All of a sudden, this weird thing comes up that, ta-da, here's this person that can help you find your peace. And it will come through an enchanting way. It's not a normal doing business kind of thing. It just suddenly shows up in an enchanting way for you. So watch for that to happen, and allow yourself to find the peace that you're looking for within. Love it.
And I'll just point out that in this 10 of Cups card, you have the dove there, which represents peace. So yes! It's that peace. That peace is very much in all three cards.
I had over here I had the white and the black, and then that whole balance, right, of finding that balance.
And then the egret, then love it. I love it. I love it.
A lot of bird energy. A lot of bird energy.
Lots. That's so cool. So cool. All right, Hexam, roll the dice. The next reading will be the he dropped it. The 5.
Yeah.
All right, so the 5th emoji of your favorite drink. Hi, Cherry Blossom. Wow, that's crazy because I feel that very much so. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Nightshade. Really, Nightshade? A bottle? Nightshade. Oh, shoot. It skipped. Hold on. I got to go back now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Courtney. Courtney.
Court.
Court. All right, Court.
Let's see what we got for Court. Ooh. The 9 of Swords, which talks about nightmares, insecurities, being too much in your head. And, sometimes we can get out of this, like especially with the 9 of Swords, it's all in our head. Sometimes, we have that mindset of, oh, everything is going so bad for me. Today just sucks. And then can my day get any worse? Or something like that, right? That mindset. Sometimes we're trapped. We trap ourselves in this mindset, right? And then you keep in mind that we attract the energy you put out there. So sometimes, it's better to just, today I'm going to have a good day. I won't let this crazy person piss me off.
You can still swear at him, Court, but...
Well, I have the Ace of Wands again. So a bit of inspiration for you too. That maybe will help you deal with any of those nightmarish thoughts and things that that Hexton's been referring to. This could be the burst of inspiration, burst of positive energy that's going to come in and burn away all of that negative thinking. So just open yourself up to being inspired by something. And this spark of creativity may come like a lot of sparks that comes from a bit of friction. So it may come in the midst of a bit of friction or a difficult situation or a bit of conflict with yourself, maybe that inner friction, maybe with those thoughts that Exxon was referring to. And you may be wondering why you're going through that. Well, through that situation, there will come a moment where there'll be a spark of inspiration and creativity that will suddenly make you think, oh, and it may lead you down in a new direction. It may give you something new to focus on, a new goal, a new dream, a new desire that's coming in that you wouldn't have thought of if you hadn't gone through that catalyst of the situation that you're in. And that may be a bit of friction in there that will create the spark, which will take you on and will grow in strength, and you'll then be able to unlock the potential of that. So whatever it is that happens initially, don't go into that negative thinking of, oh, here we go again, things aren't going right for me. Just trust your inner voice, go with it, stick with it, and somewhere along the line, something's going to break through and ignite into a spark of inspiration, and it's going to lead you on then to something more positive.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That was really good. Court, when I connected the animal that opened your door was shit, I had the name of it. The big Budweiser horses. What are they called? Clydesdale. The Clydesdale horse. Really big, powerful, like beast horses.
They're beautiful.
Yes, gorgeous. They're gorgeous, but they're workhorses. So this it says to me that your spirit guides want you to know that you're going to have to put the work in this year. And that they're behind you. They know that it's not easy, that you have been working hard. It's going to be a year where you need to continue to work hard too. To get where you want to go, you're going to have to continue to work hard, and that's okay. They're there. They're behind you with it. Also, the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups talks about leaving behind something that you didn't really want to leave behind, something that you're not really ready to leave behind, maybe that you think, if I hang on a little bit longer, I might be able to change it. I might be able to make it work for me. But it's really, really time to let it go. It is not time to go back and forth 800 times. It is not time to try and make it work again. And I'm trying really hard not to put my own thoughts into it because I know you. But it is really, whatever the situation is, it is really time to walk away, time to leave it behind, even if you think you might be able to make it work, even if you think there's, a possibility of whatever the situation is continuing. Have faith. Let the fact that you have grown so much in your faith, that the time that I've known you, you have come to the point, you amaze me all the time, Court. Like, really, I feel hints of shade. I know, Court, I'm really trying not to put my own personal thoughts into it. It's really hard. But you have gotten to the point, Courtney, you amaze me. Some of the things that you say in our chats and in the things that you say on Facebook and stuff, you have grown in your faith in leaps and bounds. And lean on that faith. Know that background, that the things that you have learned so far, and the pure will that you have behind it to continue to learn, lean on that, because that's going to help you to be able to go forward in what is good for you, the stuff that is going to feed your soul. And I know you can. I have total faith in you. All right. I love it. Trying to get through these readings without putting my own input in. It's so hard to read for people when you know them. All right, roll the dice, Hexen.
3.
The third person to do your favorite animal emoji.
Third person animal emoji.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm whispering text. What was that thing? I don't know. Message me.
Okay, Michael, Nightshade, Jared, Jay, you're the third person. Jared Silva.
Jay.
All right, Jay.
I miss me some Jay and some Krista.
Right? I know it. We all miss you too, Hex. Gotta get your butt up here, even if there is snow.
All right. 5 of Swords. So I pulled the 5 of Swords. This says hope discarded. So for me, it's it's basically saying hope is lost. So you've lost hope. Maybe with whatever it is that you're battling, in the sense of those, you feel hopeless or defeated in a way, right? Where it's not the outcome that you've expected or the outcome that you wanted. But know that sometimes in these defeats, or I'm using the word defeat because maybe you might feel defeated, but not necessarily because you are defeated. So if that makes any sense, sometimes, it's better to put our sword away in moments like this and it is the better decision to walk away or to, you know, stop the fighting or what it is that you're going through. It is okay to sheathe your sword and, you know, not fight if it's not time to fight.
And I can follow that with the Six of Swords. So that's the next step. It's that moving on from that. So to me, I know all about the Five of Swords because that card haunted me for quite a while, 1 year. And Hickson and Jen will remember that. And so I know all about that. That the time when it's just not, you could stay and fight, but it's pointless. And as I say, the easiest way is to walk away. And it may feel like a defeat by walking away, but it's actually maybe the most victorious thing that you could actually achieve in the situation. And that ultimately you may have won in the end further down the line. And the other person or the other factors in the situation may feel that they've won a big victory, but they'll perhaps learn that it's not that big a victory that they thought. And I know I'm rereading Hexton's card, but it leads into the Six of Swords, which is then just moving on to calmer waters, moving away from that battle. And, you know, it's taking the lessons, the thoughts that from that situation, you will have learnt through the experience. You will have learnt something. And in a sense, that means you've gained something. So that's why I'm saying it's a type of victory, even though by walking away from it, it may feel initially like a defeat. In the end, it's not necessarily the defeat you first imagine it to be, because you can turn it on its head by moving forward to better things, by taking the lessons you've learned from the situation and applying them to creating something more positive for yourself. And that's the best way that you can gain and win from that situation that you've moved on from. So that's the way that I have learned to see the Five of Swords in a more positive light, because I always connect it with the Six as the next step of what you're leaving the situation to go and do. And in this is the more positive step that comes after that. So you may initially feel it's a defeat. Other people may say that, oh, you've lost that battle, but don't take that on board, because in the end you will have the victory in the end. But it's not an instant victory. It's one that involves a journey, a process of achievement into that. So don't give up. Yes, walk away from the battle, but walk away to something more positive.
Yes. And I'm going to say too, first of all, Cherry Blossom, you're not dumb because you're wrong. Just because you're wrong doesn't mean you're dumb. I watch how you speak to yourself, because the universe will give you what you're asking for. Jay, the thing that I saw at your door, again, it's so weird for me to see like random items and stuff. Usually it's an animal or a person or something. This was an arrow that literally like shot out. The door opened and an arrow shot out, which is about focus. For me, that is the symbol for focusing your attention and leading yourself straight forward. It's motion. It is like moving straight forward. And in this case, it's about keep your focus where you need to be, and not in the shit that you feel like you're stuck in. Keep your focus forward and moving forward, because with the 6, that is even better, going towards what you want to go towards instead of sitting and figuring out where you're at. And with the cards that I've pulled, it makes total sense because I see it chronologically. In this reading anyway, this is the 9 of Cups, which is about wish fulfillment, being content, being, taking a wish, focusing on that wish and moving forward with that wish, and then being content in where you're at once you find it. It is about, what do you want? Figure out what you want and go for it. Really keep that arrowhead focused to the forward motion that you want to get to. And there's hope. There's always hope. Hope is forward. Hope is moving straight forward. Hope is figuring out what you want, and just arrow focus to what you want. Don't let that 5 of Swords hold you down and make you think that you've lost and that you're defeated already, and that there's a lot of hope, and it's just about that focus forward. Yes. I'm getting a lot of ancestor visions. How do I get better at remembering them? Writing it. Start a dream journal, put it next to your bed, and when you wake up, write down everything that you remembered, because that will kind of signal the universe that you want to remember things more, and they will give you more details. They will allow you to remember it better. How's your roof, Mama Squirrel? It was leaking bad. It's better. We just were talking about it. The room over there now is not leaking, but it's because we haven't finished it. We didn't put the what I want to say, what's the insulation, because we didn't put the insulation in and stuff. We kind of just shut that room, and it's because it's all shut and it's warm all around it. It's now making condensation. So now Frank just turned on a dehumidifier. We're like, oh, okay, if we put the dehumidifier in there, hopefully that'll do it. It's getting there. All right.
6.
So the 6th emoji of fireworks. There's a couple different fireworks emojis. So the 6th fireworks emoji. Thank you, Cherry Blossom. I appreciate it. Will be the next reading. Let me disconnect until then. Oh, Doug 1, Fatima 2, Krista 3. Whew, it gives it to us in batches. Okay, hold on. I got to go back to Krista. MA 4, Jess Bennett 5, Laura Honeycutt.
That jumped quick.
Yeah, I know. It goes poof. It jumps in batches. Laura Honeycutt, you are the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Ooh, Laura, I got the 2 of Wands again for Laura.
I love that card.
Power Awakes. And again, this reminds me a lot of for a 2 of Wands, it's a different 2 of Wands for me, just because of the imagery. I usually go through with the imagery. And again, this reminds me of like a young magician and honing his powers and learning. It's about skill. It's about learning and trying new things, taking risks, and learning what you like, what you don't like, what works for you and what doesn't work for you.
I like that card. It's a good deck.
And I have the Strength card. That you have the inner resources that you need to be able to do what you want to do, and to be who you want to be. You have, you're going to be able to draw upon that deep reservoir of inner strength and resilience. So be confident that you can deal with any situation that you're going to face. You've got that inner strength to be able to deal with anything that comes across your path, and anything that you need to do. And you have more strength within you than you realize. And the greatest strength is the strength to me that is down at the deepest part of you, that's formed through all the experiences of life that you've been through, because that's what goes down into the inner core of you being. That's what I believe, that it all settles there. And when you need it, you can draw upon that strength that you've gained through all the experiences and the challenges of life up to this point. And when you connect with those, when you connect with that strength, nothing's going to stand in your way. You're going to be able to overcome any obstacle, any challenge, any opposition in doing what you want to do. So don't be intimidated by any situation or any person because you have the strength to deal with it.
Love it. So when I first connected and the door opened, it was a pig, which a pig in my symbology, in what that means for me is that you have felt like you're kind of wallowing around in the mud, that you're stuck someplace, that you're spinning your wheels, that you're not moving yourself forward. But the pig is highly intelligent and is really super cleanly. Like, just clean your shit up. Clean up what needs to get cleaned up, and that will help you find your focus. Yes, a pig. I know it sounds goofy, but that's what it is, because I actually have spent time with actual pigs. It's not like a fat thing or anything, believe me. It's like actual pigs, which are highly intelligent, but they like to sit in the mud because it cools them off. But it's about cleaning up your shit, figuring out where you're at, pulling yourself out of the mud, and figuring out after everything is organized and the way it needs to be, you'll find your focus better. The world card, which this one is so cute. Oh, I like this one. The world card here is really about endings and beginnings. You're at the end of a phase of your life. Something has come to completion. It's ending, and learning what's coming new. What's the next step? Where is it that you want to go from here? You've learned the lessons that you were supposed to learn to bring you to this spot. So what's going forward? What is it that you want to focus on? Where is your focus? Which again, kind of is at the same thing. Sometimes you're sitting in the mud for a while thinking, I don't really know where to go from here. And that's because you've come to completion of one thing. But there is something new. There's a new beginning on the horizon that's coming that keep moving forward. And you'll know, again, this card boy keeps coming up. This is enchanted yet again. And I promise you, there's a lot of cards in this deck. But this is, what is this? The third time this has come up. So find that purpose, that next step. Through enchantment. Look, do some spell work. Do some work on, what your spirit tells you, what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. Get that organizational kind of stuff out of the way. Get your shit cleaned up, and then look around and see what opportunities are around. Make sure that you have that ability to focus on something because all the mud is cleaned up. Yay, pigs are incredibly smart. I worked on a vet tech program we had to wrangle piglets, and boy, yeah, wallowing in the mud took on a whole new meaning. Yes! Yes! I love it. I love that world card. Is so pretty. All right. Next number.
6 again.
6 again. So the 6th. The 6th farmer emoji. I don't know why that came in my head. I guess pigs must be. The 6th farmer emoji. That is what my question was going to be. What was my next step for the coming year? Crossroads for sure. Perfect. Well, there you go. Yay. The 6th thing that has to do with farms. They're all going, what the hell has to do with
that
farms?
just jumped. Really.
Wow, that jumped. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Linda 1, Jess Bennett 2, Krista 3, Michelle Argent 4, Jess Bennett 5. Oh, Jess, you're off by 1 like all the time. Michelle Cantrell 6, Michelle Cantrell. Jess, you are almost there like every time.
Michelle.
Michelle Cantrell.
What do we have for Michelle? Ooh, Temperance. I love this Temperance card.
So pretty.
So Temperance is all about balance, right? And balancing those emotions and situations that we have going on. This particular image, is this the same? We see like this sunrise. And then we see, okay, so this takes place like outside of the world. We have the earth below with the sun rising, and then behind this angel, we have the moon as well. And so she is almost like growing out of the earth. She has these like roots. They look almost like roots spreading through, like from her being and grabbing, or almost like connecting, right? Searching, trying to make the connections with that web of connection that Mama talks about. Those tentacles remind me of that, of these tentacles that come out and they're trying to grab for that web, right, of connection and trying to make those connections. And definitely some emotion, balancing the emotions, because we definitely have the heart right here.
Definitely balancing the emotions, because I have the King of Cups. So that's that stability, that emotional stability, and calmness and poise in the midst of whatever situation you're facing. Even when the waves are rising up, you are grounded in your own sense of self-security, that you've mastered. It's that mastery of emotion in the midst of changing circumstances. I mean, the ocean is a very good metaphor for that, because the ocean can be as calm as anything, as still and flat at 1 minute, and then the next it can be rising in tossing waves and trying to. You've got ships trying to stay upright and getting tossed about by the waves. But the King of Cups is someone that isn't intimidated by that and can hold his nerve, that can see things clearly and give emotional support and direction. And he's in touch with his emotions, but he's not overwhelmed by them. He has mastery of them. So there may be all kinds of emotional things going on around you, but you can get to that place where you're aware of them, but you're not going to be overwhelmed by it. And you're still going to be able to make those decisions that you need to make in the midst of that, the right ones, and make the right choices and to act in the right way. To be informed by your emotions, but not to be dictated to by them. You choose how you respond and react to the emotions you're feeling. And that's that place of groundedness, that secure, that sure-footedness that the King of Cups has in the midst of any situation. And I feel that this is what either you can do now or that you're going to grow into through practice and experience. And this is going to be, you may be surprised by how much that you will experience this mastery of emotions. You may suddenly feel that I should be a lot more unsettled by this than I am. And that's going to surprise you. But it's the gift that I believe the universe is going to give you to enable you to live out your life purpose.
I like it. I like it. When I connected, I'm like, I don't know, Michelle, what your path is. There's a winter goddess, though, at your Nematon. I immediately think of Skadi because that's who I work with a lot in the wintertime. I don't know if Norse is any part of your path or not. But if it is, I would look into Skadi. And if not, whatever path you work on, kind of look at some kind of winter snow goddess that has to do with that colder weather, because there's definitely someone trying to reach out to you. And pretty unusual for me to see goddess like deity in a Nematon. That means she's really reaching out for sure. So the first card that I see for you is the Knight of Pentacles, which in talking about balance and everything, this to me really says this is who's going to help you to find the balance that you need. The Knight of Pentacles, first of all, is the only knight, when you look at the Rider-Waite deck, that isn't showing any motion. It doesn't have even, I think it's the Cups has a foot up like it's stepping forward. Then the Pentacles Knight is the only one that is kind of at a standstill. That doesn't mean it's not going anywhere, but it means it's stable. All four legs are on the ground. It's a knight of stability, attention to detail kind of person, somebody that can really be that stable presence for you. And so there's somebody in your life or coming into your life that can be that for you, that will help you to find that balance that you're looking for emotionally, is to have that person to lean on. Sometimes that can be the stability part, the person that can pay attention to the logic, detail stuff that I don't pay attention to at all. Dependability is always a big thing with them. There's a lot of that in this night specifically. And as far as your direction and how you find your balance, it's you yourself are luminous. You are full of light. And I see that you said something about working with shadow. And that whatever work you've done so far is helping you to find your light. And your light will continue to get brighter. So know that luminous energy is going to help you with the balance. It will help you to find, the balance of your emotions, to be able to reach out and control the emotion that you need to control, to feel what you need to feel, but not to be overwhelmed by it. You have that luminous light within. So, and look into Skadi or some other winter goddess. I immediately think Skadi, and it looked very Skadi to me, but I don't know if Norse is a part of your path or not, but that's who I thought of originally for sure. And look to whoever that stability, dependable person is, to help you find that balance a little bit more too. I'm looking to find who has been reaching. Aha! Well, it's definitely a winter goddess. Good, Christiana. Glad. I love doing these. 5. All right. The 5th emoji of your favorite food. Oh, every time I connect, that energy just whoo.
You don't have no terahertz around you?
No, because I need to connect anyway. So I have this is how I'm disconnecting with my obsidian arrowhead. But okay, 5th. Woo. Okay. Doug, 1, Lily, 2, TC 3, Nightshade 4, Corey 5. Corey.
Okay.
Corey, what's your real first name? Is it Corey or something else?
We have the Princess of Cups And she brings the gift of expression. So this is all about expressing yourself.
That's pretty.
All about expressing yourself, knowing who you are and owning it. Definitely, I see with the sunrise in the back, right? I see like you're a very light person. You cheer up, like wherever when you step into a room, you cheer up the room. You light up the room. You know, you're very, very expressive in the way that you go about yourself, and that is amazing. And if you're lacking a little bit of that, focus on that too, because it could be that, you know, maybe you're not, you have some type of insecurities, right? And this is all about owning it, and, you know, loving yourself, accepting yourself, right?
And I have the sun card. So stop hiding away and get out there. Let yourself shine and be seen. Be confident. Express yourself. The time for hiding away and being silent is over. This coming year is where you're going to emerge literally into the sunlight and reveal to the world who you truly are, and be who you are, and don't be ashamed of who you are, and enjoy yourself. Get out there and connect with people, express yourself, and embrace the life that's there for you, and just bask in the positive energy that comes from living out your life purpose and being who you are, just being true to yourself. That's what I feel this sun card is saying to you. Have the confidence to be who you are, and don't hide away. Just to emerge from whatever it is you need to emerge from, and let the world see who you are.
Again, such a gorgeous card.
That is hilarious that my card had that sun right behind it.
Gorgeous. So, and that goes along with what I saw at your door. When your door opened, it was very clearly a transformation, a butterfly of transformation. It is coming into who you are. It is, you know, shining the light of who you are, the truth and clarity of who you are. This is the year for you to really to shine bright and to transform into the you that you have been looking to be. So this is the year. My card is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks specifically about an opportunity to come into your truth, the opportunity of a realization. Swords is all about the intellect. So it is an opportunity to shine your intellect, the things that you've learned, to really use that. And you will have the opportunity to do that, to use that for your personal growth, to use that opportunity for your personal growth. And the thing that will help you is divinity. So those that you see as divine, call on them to help you to shine your light, to come into your own, to show your truth, to really step forward into who you are. That your divine energy, those that you see as divine, will help you be able to step into that better, more fully, more truthfully. Yay. Oh, Estelle, I think you're behind, sweet pea. Refresh. Drink. I need a drink. Hexen, what's the number?
3.
3. So the third person. Shoot, what kind of emoji have we not used?
Ooh, mythical creature.
Oh, I love it. The third person to put your favorite mythical creature. I'm a perfect combination of stardust that the universe aligns so well. Perfect. Thank you. I needed to hear this. You're welcome, sweetheart. Third mythical creature. Jess Bennett. Probably watching crime shows, which is I know you. It's you found your I have to get this. Hold on, because I know who she is. It's damn it. Anyway, you did not win Jess Bennett, though. Jess Bennett is third. Don't tell me either. I totally have to get it because I always get you and Mike for some reason mixed up, but I totally got it and I know it. It is shit. I'm totally gonna cheat. No. Darian, it's Darian. I know it. It's Darian. I'm like, damn it! I totally know it. I do know it. I swear. I hate that. Okay, but Jess, it's Jess.
I can't believe I'm pulling this a third time tonight.
Oh my goodness! Everybody's getting it. So Jess, you're up.
Two of Wands. The power awakes. Again, this speaks about skill, about taking the time to savor the things around you, almost like a young magician learning to hone his power and really embracing the creativity and taking the time to learn what works for you and what doesn't, and evolving, right? And taking what does work for you and making it part of your path, right? This reminds me of the magician in a way of, before becoming the magician. So like an apprentice, if you will.
I have the Seven of Cups. I seem to be drawing a lot of cups tonight.
Emotion.
So this is all about choices, options, and being careful about the choices that you make. And maybe not judging things on face value. You may need to look further in order to make the right choice. You may need to look deeper beyond what you can see. Because sometimes what looks good on first impressions, in reality, is not all that it seems. And something that may not quite look so alluring or attractive to you may be the very thing that you need to choose. So you can't necessarily go by appearances, the external things of a situation where you need to make a choice, particularly things to do with relationships and emotions. To me, this dove is the key. And we've had the dove and we've had the peace aspect before. And the way I always look at the Seven of Cups is that there is an option for you that fits with who you are. To me, the key to this is that whatever's right for you on your path will fit with your path and will fit with who you are as a person. If it doesn't fit with you and your path, then it's probably not for you. And as you consider all these options, where do you feel the greatest amount of peace within you? What are you most at peace with? Do you feel that peaceful connection, that intuitive, peaceful connection? You may not know why you feel that way by just looking at it, but deep inside, you'll have that peace about it, and you'll be drawn. That will draw you to a particular choice, and that's the one I would suggest that you go with. So you need to listen again to that inner voice and that sense of how it affects you when you connect to yourself and listen to that. So follow your intuition and that peaceful connection as you make the choice.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. I love when all of ours seem to connect in some way. So Jess, when your the door to your Nematon opened, it was less of a very specific person, animal thing. It was more of a peace. There was a definite place of peace. I saw it like a waterfall and a rainbow, and I hate to say this because I know you, and sometimes I'm like, is that just me putting my own thing in there? But your dog is there. So there's a piece that is there. And what that means to me is that that's the place that your spirit guides have created for you when you need that inner peace, when you need to connect to that peaceful situation, to a peaceful feeling. Ask your spirit guides to help you connect to that, because that's what they're creating for you, so that you can plug into that when you need that. Is your spirit guides have created that for you specifically. And if you haven't done my Nematon meditation, go through that, because that will help you to find it too. And the card that I pulled, the first card that I pulled, is the Judgment card, which it says a lot of the things that Stephen was just talking about. It says a lot of that. Tune into your higher calling to learn what's next for you. The Judgment card wants you to look at the things that you've done in the past, and figure out what's worked and what hasn't worked, and be honest about what worked for you, what didn't work for you, so that you know which direction to go forward in. It's always kind of the end of a phase and the beginning of a new phase. But before you do that, it's like the breath before you take that next step is figuring out, okay, where have I been? What has worked? What direction is this step going to go in? And so it's like a real accounting, a being real with yourself to find out what's worked for you and what you really want moving forward and how you want to move forward. It's that really the inventory list of how things have gone for you, and what you need to do to get there. The Oracle card that goes with that is Centered. And it really, being centered, talks about, again, finding that inner peace, finding that moment, that breath before the decision, to take that deep breath, to really center yourself, to not make that decision in haste, and decide, okay, am I connected? Am I centered? Do I feel grounded? Do I feel like I have put myself in a position where now I can make the decision on which direction I'm supposed to head in next? And then go ahead and make that decision once that's done. I hope that helps, sweetheart. Bye, Kay. I probably missed you already, but goodbye. How are we doing? You guys doing okay? What time? I know it's getting late for Steven, probably, huh?
Yeah, it's 9:16 my time now. We're in 1:43, I think, an hour and 44 minutes now.
So do like 2 more, maybe?
I'm okay with 2 more, yeah.
Emma Jen, thank you, each of you. Love you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Why at the end? Why don't we do a reading, pull cards for the entire group?
Yeah, like a general reading,
like a general collective reading for the group and anybody that watches this back or whatever, to finish with. That way, that everybody's had something.
I like
love
that.
it.
I like that.
I like it. Good idea.
We got 2.
2. So the second person to put a plant, their favorite plant. I don't think we've done that yet. All right. Stell and Nightshade. Nightshade, you're the second person. I need to know what your true first name is.
Ooh. All right. So this is the Warrior 10. This is a 10 of Wands in this deck. And it is titled The Great Task. And so usually the 10 of Wands, right, is all that we're carrying too much weight around. There's too much things weighing us down. But in this particular image, we see this person almost like sacrificing themselves, right, for the good of the entire, all the different races of beings, right? And this person is that bridge between the worlds. Their sacrifice is not going unnoticed. And so this speaks about, again, feeling like you have the weight of your shoulder, the weight of the world on your shoulders, right? And it's, oh my God, too much to bear. So it's okay to let go of some things that are weighing you down that don't need to be weighing you down. You know, maybe if out of those 10 wands, if you can at least let go of 2 or 3, then that'll at least give you some type of relief.
And I have the other end of that cycle. I have the Ace of Wands. So to me, that's leading on from Hexen's card, that maybe you're coming to the end of a cycle of what Hexen was referring to. And it's time to put that cycle down to an end, to a completion, and this new beginning, this new goal that you're working towards. So maybe you do need to lighten the load to make room for this new purpose and goal, this new vision that's going to come in, this new inspiration. And this seems to be coming up for several people. I believe that next year is going to be very much a year for inspiration for many of us. So I think what we all need to do is let go of the things that we need to let go of in order to be able to receive the new thing coming in, to grasp hold of this new beginning, this new opportunity, this new chance that we have to work for something new. So yes, maybe let go of some things and pick up maybe just a single purpose to work to. Be more focused rather than having your energy spread out all over the place. Focus your energy on one thing and let that be your purpose.
And Kelly, when I connected, what I saw was, again, it's so weird for me to see items. It's like there's a lot of different things tonight. This is going to be a different year than we've had the last couple of years, I think, because there's a lot of different stuff coming through. But what I saw was like a big bushel basket of cherries, like freshly picked cherries. And again, so that's harvest and abundance, and pulling in like the freshness of what that fruit means for me, which is like the late summer usually, which again is like the perfect time for harvesting and creating stuff, pulling that stuff in that that you've worked so hard at, reaping the rewards of what you've worked towards. And my card was Ace of Swords. So that's 2 aces in this reading, which again, so going back to Hexens, which is, you're overwhelmed. Know that there's a lot of different opportunities. This one specifically talks about intellectual opportunities, so opportunity to learn new things. But keep in mind not to pull as many things as that will overwhelm you again. But take the time to decide what opportunities it is that you're supposed to go after, what you're supposed to harvest in the end. Take the opportunity between all of these opportunities coming to really decide, this is what I want to see harvested at the end. And I would look for that specific harvest, for that abundance to come in, because it was specifically cherries, to come in late summer. The work that you're going towards, if you can pare that down, look for late summer specifically to be able to start to harvest the things that you've been working towards. And abundance. So it will come to fruition. And when it comes to fruition, it will be abundant. It will be, more than you could have hoped for. And they will come in with gangbusters. You have lots to harvest when it does come in. So one more.
One more, and then we'll do the general.
Then we'll do the general. Yes.
6.
6. So the 6th flag, your favorite country's flag.
Ooh, I like that one.
All the way at the bottom. All right, Jared 1. Oh, then it comes in like gangbusters. Hold on. Jared 1, Estelle 2, Lily Z 3, Krista Mest 4, Michelle Argent 5, Carmen 6, and Fatima. No, Carmen 6. 6. It was 6. Sorry. Fatima was 7. And Mike, you were 8, just so you know. Yeah, so Fatima. Yay. I did it again. I can't count to 6 barely and keep my focus.
All right, Fatima. We start with the 3 of Pentacles, Maker 3, which is labor's fruits.
Wasn't it Carmen at 6?
Oh, did I? What did I say? Hold on. Oh, see, now I'm having me second guess. Jared 1, Estelle 2, Lily 3, Krista Mest 4, Michelle Argent 5. Oh yeah, Carmen 6. Yes, and okay. Fatima was 7. Sorry, Carmen. Whoops. Sorry. I'll figure it out eventually. See, I can't count and do things at the same time.
It doesn't help though when like the first person comments on here, you'll get the first comment and then it just jumps all the way.
Yeah, then it's like, phew, 10 people go poof and it just shows up. Yeah, it's hard. Sorry, Fatima.
We have 3 of Pentacles, which is labor's fruits. And this to me is about putting in the work. You've already planted the seed. The seeds have already been planted. This is planted. This to me is about watering, right? Nurturing, and being able to bring that seedling to a fruit-bearing tree. And if you see, this fey creature is not only using his hands to feed this plant with energy, but also his third eye. So it's giving him it's all that he has into planting and giving and watering to this plant.
I have the Two of Swords. And this is about choices, about decisions, and maybe finding it difficult to make a decision about something. And to me, the key is, again, to go inwards, to have a period of reflection, to reflect upon what is going to be true for you, to follow that intuition. The key to which is going to be the right path for you is just to follow that inner voice once again, and to be self-aware. And you may learn why you're finding what it is about the decisions you're facing that you're finding difficult to deal with. So maybe that's a question. What's difficult? Why am I finding this so difficult? What's the issue here? Why can't I make this decision? Is it just mental confusion? Is it fear about making a decision, about what it may lead to? That will reveal to you, when you reflect, something about yourself. And having learnt that, then you can find the choice that's going to be right for you, again, with listening to that inner voice, of finding what's truest to who you are and what your path is, and which has the and it may be that both, you've got the two swords here, symbolizing thoughts and ideas and choices to choose between. And it may be that either choice could be good for you. It may not be a case of choosing between a right one and a wrong one. The issue is just to remove the blockage and to actually make a decision and to make the choice. Because not making one is going to be the wrong thing to do. So just pick the one that you're drawn to the most and go for it and see where it leads you.
And I will say, Carmen, at your door is a mockingbird, which for me is a symbol of listening to those voices that are loudest. And it doesn't necessarily mean they are the correct voices. It's the voices that you hear in your head constantly. So the people that are the loudest are not necessarily the correct ones to be listening to. And so your spirit guides want you to take stock, take measure of what it is that people are saying. Make sure that the people that you're listening to are people that you feel like you can trust, that are people that know you well enough to be able to give some advice that makes sense for you, not just, the loudest people. The people that are the loudest are not always the correct choice for you to have help you and help you with decision-making stuff. The card that I chose is, again, I feel like a lot of my cards have chronologically have been after Hexen and Stevens. And this is the Four of Wands, which talks about the results of whatever this decision is gratitude and is celebration and is, you've made the right choice and now it's time to celebrate. So try not to worry too much that, that you're not making the correct choice. Don't get stuck with what the choice is. Know that the choice that you make is going to be okay. That you'll be celebrating and giving gratitude for the accomplishments that you do with the choice that you make. So that's okay. It's coming. That reward will come when the work has been completed and when the decision has been made. And with that decision, that will help you blossom. Will help you blossom into the person that you are, the direction that you wanted to go in, that come into fruition of the true self that is who you are. Love these cards. Love them. So I hope that helps, honey. Okay, so finally, for our last card, we will do kind of a general reading for the group. So you all can kind of pay attention to the group as a whole, what our year is going to look like as a whole.
Ooh. Six of Swords. And this speaks about a voyage, a trip to calmer waters, to better waters, less stormy waters.
About fucking time.
Right? Let's get out of these stormy seas, please.
Jeez. Yes. Calmer waters ahead.
Just keep swimming.
Yeah. And I always think of too with the six. Don't forget that sometimes you can't see the shore, so you kind of are uncertain about, am I sure this is the right way and stuff? But it's there. You're going in the right direction. It's okay.
I have the Prince of Swords, which is what would normally be the Page of Swords, because we do have knights in this deck. So the Prince is the Page. So to me, this is going to be a time where we're going to learn some new things. That's a time of learning together, of expanding our knowledge, and to me, this is like also, it's going to be, you've got like the butterflies here about the transformation. So it's going to be a time of our personal transformation for each one of us, for the better. I would suggest we're going to be growing, we're going to be learning through that knowledge, we're going to be changed, we're going to grow as individuals. And these ravens here, this is all about messages and getting that spiritual message that we're going to experience collectively, that we're going to receive and pass on to one another, and to those that are not yet among us in the group. So it could be that we're going to spread the message and we're going to grow even more. So, but I think it's going to be a personal growth as well as numerical growth. Perhaps more the personal growth than the numerical. Growing in quality rather than quantity, if you like. But the universe has lots of things to say to us, to teach us, and it's going to be a time of learning and growing.
Yes. My card, it's funny, when I first saw this card, I thought, I don't really feel that, because normally when I see the Seven of Cups, it is about my ADD, and there's too many choices and stuff. But I forget that when I look at this card, I think, wow, what a radically different card. There's all kinds of different things in that cup than normally is. I kind of remembered that sometimes this card means focusing on altered states of consciousness, which means stuff like what's the word? Yep, it is about ADD. About astral travel and stuff like that.
Journeying, astral projection.
Daydreaming. No, not daydreaming.
Astral travel, no.
Yes, that's part of what but it specifically like where you can tell your dreams in your dreams, I want to go here. is it called?
Oh,
Lucid dreaming.
Lucid. Thank you.
Lucid dreaming.
Could not get that word in my head. But yeah, lucid dreaming. So there's going to be, I think, though, some of the important ways to learn are not going to be the normal ways that we have learned up until now. I think there's going to be a lot of alternative learning methods that we can use to enhance our learning and to figure out different ways of learning things, which have to do with altered states, which is very much, lucid dreaming and astral travel and taking our minds to those kind of places that some people have a really hard time doing, letting go of the logic part of our brain and allowing that that magical spiritual side to take over is really hard for some people. And so I think that's going to be a big part of how we learn this year and the direction in which we go. And the Oracle card is soulful. So keep in mind all that feeds our soul and focus on those things that really feed us, that nourish our soul, that hi, Joseph, that keep us in connection, in alignment with the soul that we want to be, that truthful soul. So, yay. I think it's going to be a different year than it has been. I definitely think our direction of where we are going is going to be different because the things just tonight in focusing on next year, the things that I've seen at the doors of Nematons and stuff are way different than what I've seen since the pandemic hit. For a long time, the whole first year of the pandemic, I didn't see people at all. I only saw animals. But I very rarely have seen deity. I very rarely have seen specific items that are not full, life-based and thought-based items. That's a weird thing for me to see. So it's a different direction than we have gone on for sure as of yet. I see a lot of good stuff. I'm excited about it.
Me too.
All right. So admins, you guys stay right there. Thank you all so much for coming. And we are going to try to do more of these admin readings. I would like to do them, I don't know, at least once a quarter,
Yeah.
once every, 3 or 4 weeks, maybe we'll try to do some of the admin readings. I thank you all so much for coming. Thank you. Have a wonderful new year. I know I said I was going to be on a lot more than I was. And then, the dog thing happened and more stuff for me to focus on. And, we have our next sale is Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is our next sale at 6:00 tomorrow. And, but I have these decks laid out because I have decks that I need to show. And I swear it's going to happen. There's a lot of new stuff going on, though. I have a whole list of stuff that I want to do coming up. So, yay. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, admins, for helping. And I love you.
Love you.